Okay, so I'm going to do some video commentaries about some of the songs on the Repeat Offender album, which came out in 1989. I think in March or April. I don't remember the month. All I remember is being on the road like the second it was released, which was pretty par for the course back in those days. So let's talk about the opening track, which is called "Nothing You Can Do About It." Years ago, when I was first out in LA getting started, kind of behind the scenes as a songwriter and background singer, I did some work with a guy that I was a huge fan of, and at one point along the way, he told me that I would never make it as a singer. And he truly believed, I mean, he firmly believed, he was just giving me his honest opinion, that he didn't think that I had what it took to have hits as an artist. He thought I would do okay as a songwriter, maybe even as a producer, but basically told me to give up the idea of trying to make my own records. And I so looked up to this guy that it was pretty heartbreaking for me to hear that. It's kind of like, you know, your dad telling you you're ugly. So, but I think I kind of maybe used it as fuel. Because it was just a couple of years later that I did get a record deal, and Don't Mean Nothing came out, and then I was kind of off to the races. So when the first album did so well, and then it was time to make the second album, I guess this song, Nothing You Can Do About It, is really directed at this guy. And I won't tell you his name, but his initials are David Foster. And he and I have actually had many conversations about this since then, and we're buds, and it's all good. And I know that he's very happy that he was wrong. Although he tells me now, because I'm not on the radio anymore, he says, "See, I told you wouldn't make it as an artist." So I was touring on the first album, and we were playing in Denver, Colorado, and I actually had the afternoon off, and I walked around. Spent the afternoon. It was a beautiful day, I remember. And on my walk, I got the idea for the music to Nothing You Can Do About It, and the opening line came to me. "Have you heard the news? I'm doing what I said I would." And as soon as those words came to me, even though I didn't really understand what the words meant at the time, within minutes I went, "Oh, this is about David. This is about me telling David, see, told you I'd do okay." But it isn't just about David. There were a lot of people back then, as all of us, especially in the entertainment business, we run through people who are naysayers and tell us we won't do this and we won't do well, and you have to try and hurdle past those people. So so that's what Nothing You Can Do About It is kind of about lyrically. I love just the energy of it and the rock and roll aspect of it, which was helped a great deal by Steve Lukather, who's playing guitar. I'll never forget him doing a solo on Nothing You Can Do About It in the studio. We were at A&M Studios in Hollywood, and he just, I mean, the speakers were so loud for his solo in the room that my ears were trickling blood, I think. But he's just a monster guitar player, and he contributed a lot to the Repeat Offender album and to the Rush Street album that followed it. So that's the story on Nothing You Can Do About It.